Hey everyone, and welcome back to Mondays with me, Dr. Crystal. Today we're gonna do something super fun and get in the way back machine and dive into the past. Why can't I be normal? So when I was in residency, we all had weeks when we were assigned to work the night shift. And so when we were on the night shift on our family medicine service, you're the only one there and you're responding to all the pages for the patients who are on our service, admitting new patients, etc. So this video is about some of the real and ridiculous pages that my friends and I have gotten when we were on nights. These were all at least over 2 years ago at this point, so I think the statute of limitations is over. If you were one of the persons, people, if you were someone who sent us one of these pages, I'm sorry, you have to admit that it was ridiculous, and I don't feel bad for calling you out. I honestly don't remember who sent any of these pages, but if it was you, just hang your head in shame because you know that it was a bad page. So some of these, when you first see them, you might be like, oh, why is that a bad page? But don't worry, I'm gonna explain to you why this is a bad page. All right, here we go. Okay guys, this first one. So imagine this scenario. You're sitting in the call room, you just got like 4 admissions, you gotta type up all the notes, put in the orders, you are exhausted. And then, it's the sound of my nightmares. And you get this. Patient has fever of 99.8. So if you are a person who isn't in medicine, you might think this is a perfectly appropriate page. A patient has a fever. Nurse pages me so I can go evaluate why this patient has a fever. It's not normal to have a fever, so if someone has one, when they're getting their vitals checked, they need to be evaluated. The issue is that a fever is 100.4 or greater. Let me say it again, 100.4. Patient has a fever of 99.8. Does anyone else see a problem here? So luckily I don't have to carry a pager anymore, which makes me so happy. But when I did used to have to carry one, I was always very, very nice when I responded to my pages because you have to work with these people and they're working hard taking care of the patients, we're working hard, you want to be a good team. But like, I just feel so bad when, so I have to call the page back. Hey, this is Crystal returning your page. So a fever is actually 100.4, so that's not actually a fever. We'll just watch it. Not hard. Not difficult, but still taking me out of what I was doing and having to answer this page. I know that they knew that it wasn't a fever. I think you guys are gonna like this next one. So this one was not a page that I got, it was a page one of my friends got, and she drew a little picture on it and sent it to us. Here it is. Patient had ocean blue bowel movement. States hasn't eaten or drank anything. I'm guessing the next line said blue. This one cracks me up because all I can imagine is the patient ringing the nurse to come take a look at his or her stool, and the nurse looking and not just, oh wow, that's weird, it's blue. In her mind, she's like, is it sky blue? No. Navy? Royal blue? No. Ocean blue. And then she crafted it into this beautiful page. I just feel like if it was me, I'd be like, dude, is blue. Now, do I know what happened with this patient? No, I have no idea. But I wonder, I should text my friend and find out. All right, we're down to the last one, and surprise, it's a vagina one again. You're welcome. Okay, so like I mentioned, when you're on call in the hospital, you get consults down to the ED to go and evaluate a patient, and usually it's to see if they are appropriate to be admitted to your service. You get consulted, you go down, you evaluate the patient. If you're gonna take them on your service, then you write a note, orders everything, get them into the hospital. Sometimes the doctors in the emergency department will consult a specialist if a patient has something that has to do with their specialty. So if it is like a problem in their bowels, they might consult GI, or if it's something they're concerned for a stroke or something, they might consult neuro. But all of that is to rule out emergent things because it's the emergency department. So let me preface this by saying this was from a resident and they apologized to me profusely and said that their attending made them page me, which I totally get. If your attending says you have to do it, you have to do it because you're practicing under their license. But ED consult, atrophic vaginitis. So if you're not lucky enough to know what atrophic vaginitis is, it is atrophy of the vagina. Usually happens after menopause, vaginal dryness, the skin down there atrophies, and sometimes it's itchy, sometimes it's irritated. Not a hospital problem. Not a hospital problem. Everything that we do in the hospital ends up costing more because you're in the hospital, and so them consulting me down to the ED to evaluate this patient's atrophic vaginitis is just insane. The patient, I'm sure, got charged for that consult when she could have just came to our clinic when she was not in the ER, and we would have definitely taken care of her. I honestly don't remember what I said when I went down to evaluate her, but yeah, that was a fun reason to be called down to the ED in the middle of a busy call shift. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed a little glimpse into the life of what it's like to be an on-call doctor. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next week.